Hi friends! Welcome to the Erin and Christa show.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi friends.
Hello.
Hi friends. Hi.
Oh.
Today we are doing
We're doing a get ready with us with the
L'Oreal La Palette Nude.
I'm gonna give it a whirly bot. Do I want to be nude ombre? Feline fancy?
Oh.
Lady butterfly? Or sultry angel?
Well, the way you said all of those makes me think you should do none of them.
Hi! Fuck you! Do you have, yeah you do. You have charts in the back of yours?
There are charts.
I think I'm actually gonna, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this.
Do one of them things?
I'm gonna do one of the charts.
Alright, that's a good idea.
Because I never really use any of these things.
Maybe I'll do that too.
They're on the charts because I always am like, hogwash.
Okay, well mine has the choices of Glamour Undone, Undoodler.
Yours is more, is a little deeper pigmented than mine, isn't it?
Mine is more like
The rose gold. It's like a naked 3.
no, it's like no,
it's not. I like.
it's like it's taupey, and like
Mine's
it's
golden.
cooler. This is the cooler palette
This is warm.
because he's warmer.
I have yellow.
And then the other one is Red Carpet Ready, Sultry Smoky, or the Mauve Ombre.
All right, I'm gonna do sultry angel. The only thing that's not so awesome about this is it's on the back of it. So
Right,
I literally
so-
have to be like,
And now to the unveiling, which never goes well for me. It is theirs. Oh,
it
and a
smells
little-
different.
I have allergies. I got nothing.
It smells like
Buttholes and scrotum. There is a little brush
Plastic.
that comes with it that I will never use.
yeah, no, the brush is stupid.
It's horrible.
It's one of these.
Unwrap the brush, throw it in the toilet.
These-
They're not good for nothing.
You know what they're good for?
Shitting on.
To get your kids to do like watercolors.
Oh yeah.
So, they're L'Oreal palettes. The,
It's like one of the first like true like palette, one of the first like true palettes at the drugstore that's like nice, nice packaging, good color selection, nice amount in the pans.
yeah, other than like maybe the NYX palettes. Because NYX did come out with palettes to like mimic the.
Are we doing a swatch through? I'm tatted in my regions.
I mean, they're very, they're not that crazy, pigmented. But I mean, what do you expect?
I did buy these buy one get one half off at Ulta, so they are $19.99, and so I got a little bit of a deal.
Not awful.
They're not very saturated, and who could see this part of my arm? Excuse me.
No, I mean, not terrible, but not the. Pardon the tap dancing. We have very anxious animals.
Some are better. Some colors are better than
Yeah,
others.
the deeper colors. Like
The
you
deeper
would think.
colors are pretty good.
See, that's that.
Actually, the darker colors are swatching pretty well.
They're not. They don't seem horribly dusty though, which is good.
Yeah. Cause look, excuse me again. So you can see the darker colors swatch much better. Clear out the cob, anyone? Than the lighter colors. I'm going rogue. I'm not doing any of these looks. I'm doing my own thing. There, I've said it.
I'm still gonna try to do it. The only problem is they're not really that descriptive. 8 inner corner, 3 crease, 10 outer crease, 9 bottom lashes. That's all they give you. So they don't tell you what the lid is or the brow bone or any of that.
So I have already foundation, eyebrows. I did prime my lids with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Then I did just some light bronzing and blushing and highlighting just so we could focus on the eyeballs.
And so anyway, my eyebrows, my face, my contour. I'm gonna reprime my eyelids because I feel like by this time it's not really going to take.
I mean,
I'm using the
Naked
Naked,
cry it off.
yeah, the Naked Skin, the Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer, the newer one, as my primer.
I'm basically just gonna like set my eyeball because I didn't do that with the lightest shade in the palette first. Just go all over my lid. Because basically it just creates like a smoother work area after you've primed.
I'm just putting my primer on. I'm gonna pat it
I'm making a horrible face.
using my ring finger.
So using the lightest shade all over my lid to sort of set my concealer or primer that I put down. A little fluffy brush.
I'm gonna start first with the transition shade. I'm gonna start with the number 10 here. I'm gonna use the my fluffy concealer brush, or my fluffy shadow brush, which is a MAC 224.
I'm gonna take next this third shade in the palette. It's like a taupey color for my transition and my crease. I'm probably gonna do like a more purpley look with this.
I'm just doing the outer crease with this color because I'm gonna go by the chart in the back of this guy.
I'm going rogue.
So far the shadow seems okay, but I'm using a very light color, so I really can't tell. It's more of a metallic color, which I find odd to be a crease color, but hey.
Well, yeah, I don't usually use crease, but do what you want.
This is where I get confused.
Do what you want. Don't stop, let's party. Don't do what you want with your body.
I think that it's the number 6 that they have on the lid, so I'm gonna just wing that part. This is the number 200. It's a flat shadow brush.
Pretty.
They are very pretty, and they're. I like the way that they're weighted.
Friend, look at my eyes. This is pretty. It's very soft.
So I'm gonna use number 6, which is this darker matte chocolate kind of color. I'm gonna use that on my lid. Now this is a different kind of look for me in general because I typically don't wear browns on my lid. But I'm gonna go by the chart. I'm gonna stick to my guns here.
You better do it. I'm gonna go to the end of the palette where there's some darker gargamels? Purples. So far I've used this all over, this in the crease for transition. Then I'm gonna pick up this second to last purple guy and I'm gonna work like in the outer part of the crease. But still with my fluffy brush. I like my fluffy brush almost everywhere because it's soft.
Yeah, I use like 5 different brushes on my eyes for blending purposes.
So I just like place this in the outer corner and then just sort of buff it in.
So I'm patting this brown shadow in pretty much in the dead center of my eye to right below the crease. And the reason I'm patting is because you get more pigment that way. And you also have less chance of a lot of fallout happening. And so it says that the outer crease, or the inner crease, sorry, should be number 8, which is more of a metallic brown. So this is the lid, this is the outer crease, and then this is gonna be the inner crease right here. So to do that, I'm gonna use a fluffy brush again, but a little bit denser than the first one I used. And this is the It Cosmetics number 105. It looks like that. Can you see that? No, there we go. So I'm gonna do the inner crease with that. And then I'm gonna blend this to the top center part.
Lately, I don't know why, but I've been really like rounding out and like blowing out my shadow like real everywhere. And because I'm from the 80s?
Maybe.
All of a sudden. Like I'm just really like going farther out.
What do you mean?
And going like this.
Show me.
Like going from the way far out on the outer.
Oh, and bringing it all the way out?
Yeah, I don't know why I've been liking that. It's like it creates a rounder shape.
I like these shadows. I'm not saying I don't. I do. But I feel like the look that they have on this gentle thing here is a little muddy.
So I got this brush in Chicago when we went to America's Beauty Show. I don't know if it'll pick up that it's angled, but it's an S26 and it's angled like these. And so I've been taking and putting into like the darker colors. So I'm gonna put it into this dark purple at the end of this palette. Take off a little excess and then I just press it like in that outer V and it just plops it in there. Oh, fine. So it creates like that darkness like right here.
A little bit of shadow. I have a brush like that. Mine's a little bit not as big as that though.
So I cheat and I just do this. And it makes it really easy. Because of the way it's shaped.
Yeah, because it kind of goes right with the shape of the eye. So I'm going to use the number 3, as this chart says to do for the crease, which is a matte nude taupey color. This is a very odd tan, I guess we would call it.
A very odd tan.
A very odd chart.
Oh. This color here is a very odd tan. The color of an odd
It's a very muddy look. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of your chart.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, come at me a little.
Come at me. And obviously you don't have to do the looks that are on there.
No, I'm just trying them out because I never do.
Right, just to see what happens.
And this is why. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want because I'm over this weird stuff.
Do it, go rogue. I actually really like how this is coming out.
It reminds me of the, well, I guess that's what they're modeling it after. It's like the Naked palettes.
Well, the Naked 3 is like my holy grail. Like when I'm sit down at my vanity and I'm like, okay, I just know I want my makeup to look good and I don't want to think about it, the Naked 3 is my go-to palette.
Yeah.
So once I put that darkest color in my outer V of my crease, I am going to take my fluffy brush again and just sort of buff out the edges so it doesn't look too harsh.
Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through this inner corner. I think where this went rogue for me is that I don't like the my inner crease to be dark. No. So I'm going to go in with this gold tone here on a pencil brush. I'm going to bring that into the top of the crease all the way to the top, and then I'm going to take the lightest shade, and I'm going to do my crease with that and then blend that downwards into this dark muddiness so I can save this weird eye chart.
Alright, so now I'm going underneath with that second to last purple shade in the palette, this guy here, because I like to just bring down the colors I used on the top to the bottom. And this is a little L'Oreal brush. It's kind of like pointed at the very end of it, and it works nice underneath your eye. Again, I've been kind of liking this blown out, like rounded look. So I'm just gonna put it under my eye in the lower lash line area and just meet it up with what's going on top.
So I am using a little bit of a tighter crease brush, and I'm gonna hold it at my outer corner of my eye on an angle a little bit, and that kind of gives me that same effect that she was talking about with her flat brush. So just kind of plop it in the corner there, and then blend it towards the inside part of my eye. And up a little bit to get that same V. Because opening that part of your eye up, what that does is it opens the eye this way. Now you can do where your eye is darker at the darkest of the lash line and then it fades upwards. Just mind your eye shape, because that is not something that can be done on every eye shape.
Are you talking about like a Pam Anderson Spokane?
Yeah, because that can make your eye look small.
Like a PI.
Yeah, if you don't have large eyes. It's basically when your eyes are open, you can't see most of your eyelid. Don't try to do that.
Right, yeah. We're both pretty lucky in that department, that we have a lot of space between our lash line and our brow bone. We have big eyes. We watched that movie last night. It was actually really good.
Yeah, I did like it.
I'm going to take the third from the last shade in the palette, which is like a very light lavender, and I'm going to put that in the like front of the lash line, like here, and work that back towards that purple that I just put there. Just to connect them. Don't poke yourself in the eye, because I just did.
So I'm using this metallic right here at the end, and I'm packing that on the lid to make my lid a little bit lighter, to have a little bit of a difference in color, because I had to go rogue off of that chart.
Oh, my eyes are real watery.
That chart was kind of, it just wasn't for me. It just didn't flatter my eyes. It got real muddy. That can happen with shadows that aren't super pigmented and aren't, that are a little bit dusty, which for something that's not, you know, this wasn't a $50 palette, it's gonna happen.
Right.
Marrying a bunch of browns together can tend to get a little...
The darker colors are nicely pigmented. Alright, so I'm taking the darkest shade in the palette, this dark purple, and I'm putting that just in the first half, I guess, of the lower lash line. Just to deepen it a little bit more.
So I'm taking the darkest color, this guy, and I'm packing that into that V, but basically you putting my brush in and pushing to where you can kind of get behind that eye area, because by putting the shadow there, it's going to make the lid look a lot larger. And that's also a trick to find the crease if you have a hard time figuring out where your crease of your eye is. Aim towards the bottom part of your brow bone and lightly push the brush, not super hard, you don't want to blind yourself, until the brush kind of goes behind the eyeball.
What if you pop your eyeball out?
Then you need to go to the ER. And then I'm taking my beauty blender. I use a Real Techniques one because I prefer the flat edge, to give myself that edge on my eye, from the corner of my eyebrow to the corner of my eyelid with these guys. So my eyes don't look downturned.
And I'm just gonna use a flat brush to press in this lighter lavender shade in the sort of inner corner region of me balls. Of me balls! I ain't gonna lie, normally I would not use anything that's in this palette to do my brow bone highlight.
Yeah, I like the lightest color here is fine.
I'm gonna use the lightest color, but that would not be my preference. I am like to put a high beam floodlight above there, and none of these are like bright enough and shimmery enough.
Well, it's because I have the lighter palette. This one here. That's what I'm using.
Maybe I should feel it.
I think the others came off my brain.
Give me that. Is this right now?
Yeah.
Give me this.
I'm getting them done on the.
So I just stole a little of that for my brow bone highlight.
And then I'm gonna go underneath my eye with the metallic color here.
All right, I'm gonna curl me lashes. I'm not doing eyeliner. I've given up on eyeliner. I don't even think you need it with a smokier look. Anyways, you can obviously. I'm just gonna say what I was gonna say. P.F. Chang's. This entire eyeball look will be brought to you by the drugstore for me.
What?
I didn't mean P.F. Chang's, but that's what came to my head. I meant P.S., but then I just went with it. So I picked up the Lash Sensational from Maybelline because everyone's been pooping their pants about it. Actually, it's really nice.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
I mean, it's hard to get off your eyes, a little bit flaky and sticks everywhere, but it's got, I don't normally like these like harder rubbery applicators. I like the big fluffy ones like with the Too Faced better than Sex.
Because those are more volume.
Yeah, but I like this one actually. Putting on the eyelashes.
My eye looks so much different when I have liner on it. Let's look at that.
I can't. Hold on. I'm doing stuff. Oh!
Oh yeah, well that's a fluffier of the plastic guys.
So it's like that's a little rubber.
Yeah.
I did just poke myself in the eye, so I'm not in a situation now. Oh my god, we should actually crouch and shout. Except my legs would break.
Yes, mine too.
My knees would snap and my guts would fling about.
I would never be able to get out of the crouching.
No, I would crouch and fall. Crouch and collapse.
I'd crouch and cry.
Crouch and barf.
Crouch and crap.
Crouch and crap. Actually, that's how you are supposed to crap.
I know.
Crouch down, crapping. Crapping and a crouching. All the day long.
Don't make me laugh, dude.
I know my bottom lashes are about to go everywhere. What do you think?
I like it.
I think the colors actually are nice.
No, I like that palette a lot more. Yeah. The colors. These are all very like, they're super warm. Like they're very tanned.
Well, I feel sad because I thought you would like that one.
They at first sight I thought I would too, but once I started touching them and like once they went down, they're way muddy. They're very muddy.
Like what do you mean by muddy?
Like they blend together and it looks like you just have brown all over
like
your
when
eyeball.
you put the Easter egg in all the colors?
Yes.
Like there's not good separation of them.
Yes.
Actually, I think that
because the tones are too.
I don't like this.
No, because the purples are. I mean, purples are a better color for green eyes anyway. But they don't separate enough to make it like a.
Like so where you can see your placement.
Yeah, and they just become one color. I don't mind the formula of them.
Yeah. Definitely the
just
formula on the darker colors is better on the lighters.
But they just, I think just the formula mixed with the tones that I have here just doesn't work on my eye. I'm gonna apply a little more of my YSL Volupté Tint-In-Oil. That was a real weird sound. I'm probably gonna be a hoarder and get all these. Just kidding, maybe a couple more. They have their little curved little applicator. The doe foot? The little tiny foot of a doe. And I like it because it's oil and I'm gonna eat this. Yeah, you're gonna be out of it in 10 minutes. I love how it feels. My lips are always so dry. Well, I have it on. I had it on. It's gone now, but. It smells awesome. It tastes good. And their packaging, they are right on with the glamorous packaging. I love it. Bye, friends! If you have any requests for us to film or review something, just let us know. And if you have any questions, again, just comment. We love to talk to you. Yeah, and we have a couple of
ideas for future items to talk about and review. We are gonna do some hair related stuff coming up. We've got plans for that. So yeah, let us know.
All right, bye friends.
Bye friends, see you next time.
Why are you a sleepy giant?
Lou.
They don't even make those anymore. I'm gonna take your teeth out.
Stop looking at me, Spawn.
Stop looking at her. Stop looking at her!
Now I can't stop. I'm locked. I feel like my blood is made of maple syrup. And it's like trudging along in there, feeding my other limbs diabetes. Woo! Yes, sir! Today on the Erin and Christa show! Hi! Wake up. I'm in a wall.